have the login information to your website always. I don't care if you have an SEO person. I don't care if you have a social media manager. You have someone maintaining your website. Yes, you need someone to maintain your website. That does not mean you hand over the keys and you don't keep a set of the keys for yourself. You would not hand over a set of keys, hire a new employee, and say, here are the keys to the office. This is the only set. I'm not keeping a set of keys for myself. This is the only set to someone who works for you. You would certainly wouldn't do that for a contractor, right? Why would you do that for your website? Why would you not maintain the login information and keep a copy for yourself? I just had this with a new client and I sent over an invoice and I think he had already actually paid me and then was like, so where's the login information? And I'm like, you're asking me? Why are you asking me who just talked to you last week for the first time? How would I know where the login information for your website is? He was able to find it. It's fine. He had someone else on his team who handed it over and I was able to get into the website. So, phew, that was a close call. But there are horror stories out there of people who hire someone to manage their website and they hand over the login information and they don't keep a set for themselves. They give total control to this other person. And then when they end the contract, if the person decides to get pissy about it, they will not hand back the keys. They don't give the login information back. They hold your website hostage. This happens. I don't know why people do this, but they do it. So don't put yourself in that situation. Maintain the login information to your website. You can share that information with trusted individuals who are helping to work on your website, but they should never, ever, ever be the only person who has that information. If something happens to them, not only, if they leave, if you terminate the contract, but heaven forbid something happens to them and you have no way of knowing where that information went. Even better than that is if you have your website and you can give certain amount of control to people. That way, if someone can't, have the login information and hijack it, right? Then they can go in and change the login information and suddenly you don't know what the login information for your own website is. What you can do instead, and you should do, is set up a profile for them in preferably WordPress. Hopefully it's on WordPress, but any hosting site should be able to do this for you, where you set up a profile for them and you allow them to do certain things to your website, right? So that is my tip for you today. Please, 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 it is your online real estate. You would not hand over the keys to your office carte blanche. Don't do it for your website. It is too important. That's it. That's my tip for you today. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out. I am over at, you can get more information like this at my website, AV, as in my initials, Allison Verhalen. That is avwritingservices.com. And you can reach me directly at info@avwritingservices.com. I'm always happy to talk about this stuff. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.